The third round of the Corona Open J-Bay getting underway now with Michel Bourez taking on one of the finest surfers ever here at J-Bay, Joel Parkinson. And Joel in his last effort at this venue. How will he perform? He's up against one of the form surfers of 2018. Joel further back on the ratings than I think we've ever seen him at this point in the season before. Has been knocked out in this round the last 3 years. So Joel wants to turn things around. He wants to make the most of this last opportunity at Jeffreys Bay. Here he goes, getting things started, which he loves to do, taking that inside position from the outside and really letting go of some nice carves to kick this one off. He'll be inspired by the conditions, nice and clean. It'll suit these kind of big rail turns, big bottom turn, nice big drawn out carve. What kind of finish can he put on this one? Still going down the line. Hammers that section, trying to tuck into the barrel, but gets clamped on the closeout. Doubt that he would have found an exit on that barrel anyway, but Joel finding some really nice flow on that one.
Those are the types of waves you can surf from way up top. You catch him up there like he does. And this one is going to stay open. First section, I mean, he's doing a turn before Michel was even in the takeoff position. So he's already getting points and accumulating points.
Whoa, vintage.
So vintage. And of course, Joel loves this wave because of that smooth flowing style, and the flow is so important here. Linking those maneuvers together. See what happens at this end section. I mean, this is really the car park section right there. He gets himself, he cuts that turn a little shorter maybe and drives up into it.
One thing I really am appreciating, Pete, is the early announcement as we see the replay of Michel Bourez on his opening ride.
Beautiful first arc. Looked like he was on point, and then all of a sudden, foot goes off, front foot goes down. Little bit of a rough start for Michel Bourez.
Such a well-rounded surfer, Joel. Keeping his board in the water most of the time these days, and huge aerials, and kind of setting the pace for how high a surfer could go above the lip in competition. Here we go, Michel Bourez up, trying to correct that mistake from early on. Looking to get back out in front of this one. And he swings that board hard, can't ride out. Wave kind of pushing back at you, so really allowed Michel to talk out those front side wraps. Here at J-Bay, the best result he's ever had is a 9th. And maybe these stretched out walls just aren't as conducive to his brand of surfing.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he pulls this stuff off, though. All of a sudden, you start to see those numbers elevate.
Means you're identifying that style, just a mature approach, way beyond his years, and that's only evolved. Joel up at the moment on wave number 3. 6.67 for his first ride. Wants to finish this one off. Beautiful arc off the top.
Oh.
And really pulling into the barrel beautifully, finding a clean line and a good exit, nice and clean. I feel good.
Joel, again, taking off much further up the point, and so his wave is going to hug the reef a little bit differently than those ones, bigger sets that move out into the bay a bit more. These ones can kind of give you a good pace. They kind of bend at you a little more. Such great variety. One more time. I love how he gets in the barrel this time. Just tucks underneath, and that allows him to be a little bit deeper, a bit more length of tube time, and of course the solid finish. So great exchange here from Joel and Michel.
Closeout section for a finish. Michel chasing him down the line here. Wow, accelerating through that layback. And Michel also finding some cover. He'll get back out in front of it. Out onto the open face, and a really committed hack there. Not done with this one. And dramatic finish to that wave.
That's the whole thing about Michel, is that whereas Joel makes it look easy, Michel kind of accentuates the difficulty of the moves he's doing. Both very fun to watch. A little bit more challenging wave for Michel to ride with a little extra foam on the face. And different style and approach, had to be a bit more horizontal. But you gotta love that turn there. That's committed. When you get your body all the way laid out and bring it back under your feet, that is committed surfing, as well as that there. Almost stuffs the nose, keeps it together. And then the finish here with the big head bow.
Well, his last time here at Jeffreys Bay, Joel Parkinson out in front at the moment, now trying to get rid of a 6.67 to move further ahead of Michel Bourez. And Joel's got a beautiful looking wall here, a couple of big turns in the pocket of this wave already, setting up the tube on the inside. No one can find it better here at J-Bay. And Joel's locked deep inside the pit, over the foam ball. He's going to find his way out. The best barrel ride we've seen in the event so far.
Got a little casual.
Wow. Joel just too casual, but I mean the score was already on its way. He puts his hands together and says thank you very much.
So not enough maneuvers there to really improve too much on his situation. He is carrying a low score though, 3.17, but you know, looking at this wave here from Joel, I mean, how long is that barrel as he sets this one up? Look at, he's like, oh yeah, down the line, this thing looks great, and just weaves his way tight in the pocket all the way through it, comes out no worries. And then a little too casual, could have had himself another fairly long barrel, but I still feel like this number is going to be pretty good for him. Here's Michel's answer. Another pumping set. It is just unbelievable out here.
Well, that's what you want to see. Michel Bourez and Joel Parkinson getting equal opportunity. Bourez trying to answer now. Super critical. And attacking every section that stands up in front of him is the Tahitian, but this wave, it's going to shut down, unfortunately.
Let's take a look here. Michel looks over his shoulder. There was a bigger wave, but kept the decision on this one. I don't know how he is able to get around these sections. I mean, it looked like he was so deep. Somehow he gets back to that open face, but this wave just stretched out too long.
And we know there could be more coming our way. Joel eyeing something on this ride down the line. Takes off. One of those big, beautiful painted frontside arcs. And this wave's going to fade away on him though. From Kelly Slater though, that's a huge honour for these guys who grew up idolising Kelly. And Joel's up again, live action. Now trying to get rid of that 7.5.
And the rest of the wave just runs off without you. And Joel here, I do believe, truly, even with just 5 minutes left here, that 7.5 needs to be increased if he really wants to keep himself safe and move into round 4. Bit of an error here as he's trying to get a little bit more out of each and every maneuver. You start to push it, mistakes happen.
Of getting rid of that number and replacing it with something bigger, because this guy, he's in career best form at the moment. Maybe not in this heat, but the form is there in 2018.
The lip kind of touch you, and that little bit of that jolt of hesitation. Generally, it makes it very difficult to get down the line with any more speed. So it's like right here where it taps him, puts him that little couple meters behind. 9.37, and that put him out front right now. Still, there is opportunity. Michel Bourez up and riding.
8.71 required. Michel Bourez taking off, lining up the barrel, deep in the tube, driving. He'll punch through the curtain, lines it up again, grabs a hold of the wall, locked in, and he finds his way through this one. Is he going to get a third shot at it? He sure will. The hand goes up. He's on his way to a big number here.
Let's take a look at it here again. So, setting it up, first barrel, pretty deep. Not the cleanest exit. Would love to see him come out of the hole there. But the second one, he finds it, finds that exit, and a third. So 3 quick barrels, and then goes for the fourth, but can't pull it off. So it's just really about those tube rides. Is that enough difficulty? Is that enough commitment to turn an 8.71?
Joel on the outside. Has to get rid of this 7.5. Grabs the wall. Not much cover there, so needs to make up for it with this turn. Beautiful arc. Trademark stuff from Parko. Up into the lip again. Is that a thumbs up before the barrel? I think it was. He's in there. He's coming out. And may need to finish this one off. Climbs onto the roof. Big lip line float. Runs out of steam, though, and isn't going to go for the finish. Interesting finish here. I mean, we're looking at 2 minutes. Both surfers way down the line. Michel maybe needed to be even deeper than he was. I don't even know if he could have been. The wave wasn't as hollow and reeling as fast. And Joel is going to survive the third round. Michel Bourez One of the form surfers is out of the mix here.
What a heat. That was fun. A lot of waves, too.
Joel looks beat. And there you have it. Big heat score totals by both the competitors in the first heat of round 3.